take a look at the seventh use of was. He was being taken to hospital. He was being interrogated by the police. He was being taught by his grandfather. He was being helped. He was being guided. This is the seventh way of using was in English language to make sentences. This part of the sentence is called subject. You are allowed to use he, she, it, or any singular name like John, Mary, car, chair, book. Was. Now ing form, being. The presence of being indicates that all these actions were taking place continuously in the past, and all these people are not the doers. They are not the doers. The doer is somebody else. Let us say, in the first example, he was being taken to hospital by the taxi driver. Taxi driver was doing this action of taking this person to the hospital. He was being interrogated by the police. So this action called interrogated was done by the police in the past. He was being interrogated by the police. He was being taught by his grandfather. According to the meaning of this sentence, grandfather was teaching this person in the past. He was being helped. Here I am not mentioning the doer because in these sentences, the doers are not getting any importance. The doers are unimportant, insignificant. You can hide the doer, you can ignore the doer, you can give less importance to the doer. They are called passive voice sentences. Past continuous passive voice sentences. He was being helped by somebody. He was being guided by his mother. In this way, you can make sentences. What do you need? Take a subject, take was, take being. This part is fixed for all of us, but your progress depends on the number of past participle forms you collect. Collect more past participle forms, make more sentences. Less past participle forms, less sentences. So make more number of sentences. After that, again convert every sentence into 4 forms like this. He was being taken to hospital. He was not being taken to hospital. Was he being taken to hospital? Wasn't he being taken to hospital? He was being interrogated. He was not being interrogated. Was he being interrogated? Wasn't he being interrogated? He was being taught by his grandfather. He was not being taught by his grandfather. Was he being taught by his grandfather? Wasn't he being taught by his grandfather? He was being helped. He wasn't being helped. Was he being helped? Wasn't he being helped? She was being guided by his mother. He was not being guided by his mother. Was he being guided by his mother? Wasn't he being guided by his mother? So in English grammar, this is called past continuous passive voice. Because if you go to the background of the first example, he was being taken to hospital, let us say by the taxi driver. If you go to the background, the taxi driver was taking him to hospital. Police were interrogating him. Grandfather was teaching him. Somebody was helping him. Mother was guiding him. In those sentences, the doers are getting importance. In these sentences, doers are not getting the importance. This person is getting importance. This is the situation to use this one. So this is the seventh use of was. Now let us see the last and the eighth use of was.